S&P 500 has a big drop today. What is the insight from the chart? Can we buy right now? What is the strategy? Today, I'm going to give you the owner's insight from the chart. Last video, I mentioned August could be one of our peak. So basically, they have a big drop today. Is it going to have a red candle for the monthly chart? Today, I will give you the insight from the chart. And please watch my last video. If you did not do anything, if you buy many stock recently, it means you did not subscribe my channel. So click like, subscribe, and share with your friend. Welcome to ymchannel. This channel is about trading strategy and money mindset to help you to make more and learn more. Click like, subscribe, share with your friend. This is only for education purpose. Now, click like right now. So now we look at S&P 500. I want to give you some insights, which is free insight. Last video, I mentioned how to look at it with the monthly chart, okay, with the RSI and other indicator with the monthly chart. So today I'm going to use daily chart to teach you how to do it. So I want you to learn it so you don't make the same mistake. So I'm going to draw a trend line here, okay, point to point, the bottom. So basically we have a big gap down here, which is today. Okay, so what's going on? So when they have an upward trend and suddenly they have a big gap down, you need to be very careful. It could be a trend reversal, but how to confirm? Remember, we use the gap strategy, okay? If you follow my channel, you should not be new to this knowledge, okay? When we have gap here, this basically is a trend reversal, okay? Remember the island, okay? The gap island. So basically we have a gap here, So it's on the same level, So basically to isolate this small part, okay? This could be one of our trend reversal. And if we cannot go up back like very quickly, and basically we will go down to the next support, okay? Could be this gap also around 5,100, okay? So basically I want to use another method to teach you how to look at the drop, okay? I want you to prevent next time, but now we have the drop already, one gap here, so you need to be careful. It could be our start of the trend reversal, okay? So it could be our the downward trend. But last video, I also mentioned August, we are not going to buy. Okay? I also give you a lot of warning. So now we look at the YM Club Fast, which is not surprise. Of course, it's going down. Okay? We drop below. What is the YM Club Fast? This is a fast trend line for the stock. If you are like a short-term trader, you can use this to buy and to sell. Okay, now we look at the important one, YM Club Long, to tell you the normal trend line. When it is going upward, it is an upward trend. The trend is still go up. When this is a downward, basically we hold only the money. Okay, so now have a look. What is going on with this stock right now? The S&P 500, YM Club Long. Let's see the data. So the blue line here, basically the blue line, okay? Basically we go above, which is good. And then they change the trend from downward to upward, right? So here is a good buy point. And then the blue lines go upward until basically recently they turning downward. They have a big drop here, then they turn downward, okay? So you can see also the gap serve as a resistance very clearly. You can see here, right? So when we under the gap, basically this is a resistance. When we under the gap, this is a resistance. Okay, now we under the gap again. We have free gap here. Okay, so I want to give you another thing. This is a trend. The trend doesn't look good. For short term, we are going downward. For middle term, we are still going downward. How about for the super long term? For the super long term, it's still going upward. Okay, so maybe this is a midterm correction. Okay, so now we look at the fund movement, the money movement. We use YM big buy. You can see each time The peak is getting lower and lower. The price getting higher and higher. What is this called? What does it call? Remember, this is divergence. What does it mean? It means the price pushing up, but the big volume trade, look at the peak is getting down and down. It means less buying for big volume trade. Okay, so the big volume trade already tell you, hey, the big fish, the big shark, they're not buying. So you need to be careful, okay? So we can still hold it until they drop below the blue. This is a signal we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful, and you'll see the signal here. This signal only to tell you, hey, something wrong going with the fund. The fund is not catching up with the trend line, okay? Just give you a warning, but it doesn't give you a signal when to sell, right? So here can tell you this is a selling point here. Okay, so now we can also look at the institution. Now the purple line, that this is the average, is going downward. Okay, going downward. But I want to tell you something. The opportunity is from the job. When the price drop and then they also drop the opportunity for us to pick up. I'm not saying now. I'm not saying now because this is just start of the August. Okay, I'm saying the opportunity is from the drop. And then the risk is when the price go up, the risk is getting bigger and bigger, bigger. So I want you to have this mentality. We don't need to be over panic. We don't need to be over panic. We need to have a preparation. When we are around here, I already tell you, hey, Tesla maybe it's good to sell. Hey, also the last video I mentioned about Amazon, Netflix, Google, NVDA, even Meta, they are on the risk because the RSI is very high. If you use RSI, which is a free indicator, I highly recommend you to take a look. The indicator also tell you we have a divergence, which is the price going up, the price going down. Okay, so you need to be careful. What happened to the RSI is even they have divergence here, but somehow they come up again, the price continue to go up. So it happens a lot for daily chart. So that's why I recommend you to look at our monthly chart or weekly chart. So now we take a look again for our monthly chart. By the way, today is only 2nd of August. So it's not yet, they just start a candle, right? Look at this candle. I mentioned in my video also, this candle should stay above this red line, okay? I mean, they should close above this red line. Even these two candles actually, they stay above this red line. Why? Look at this. This one, the red candle, they just touch, they close, they have a wick. Let me zoom it so you have a better view. Look at this one. This candle, actually, they close right at the red. Okay? They close, okay. The right M club fast, look at here. They say 5025.6. Look at the closing price here, okay? 5035.7. Only 10 point different for S&P 500. We look at closing price. We don't look at the wick because the wick can go lower. Okay, now we haven't closed the candle yet. We need the whole month August to close the candle. It could come up back to the above the red line. If they stay under this red line, this is a problem. This is a big problem. Okay, but again, look at this green candle. Do they close below? No. Green candle, look at this. Green candle mean the closing is higher than the opening. Okay, so look at this. They open at 5,200 something. Okay, so basically this is their closing. Okay, so basically the whole line, they are very safe until this month. You need to be very careful. If they close below, and then the next month they is possible they under this, right? So it will have maybe 1 or 2 month adjustment. So in our history, when the red line stay upward, still okay. But if they drop below, they could happen like this. Look at this. So they can try to battle up, but they have the resistance already under this red line. Okay, so for the long-term trader, for the long-term investor, you may have a look here, because you don't want to suffer like this. You don't want to suffer like this. So that's why I highly recommend you to get my indicator. So you can check your monthly chart and also your daily chart to check what is going on. If your stock, the blue line is going downward, don't continue to buy, because I have some friend call me today, hey, wow, Amazon dropped 10%. Should they buy right now? I mean, come on, you want to catch the falling knife? I mean, you are on the risk, okay? So you need to have a more advanced indicator to help you to do the trade. First, to know the trend line, such as my YM Club Fast, YM Club Long. Second, you need to know the fund movement. So I use mine called YM Big Buy, YM Cheapest to know the fund movement. I also have a YM cheap entry to tell you when the institution come into the market. Okay, so okay, now I repeat some. Let me check the Amazon for you guys. Last time I mentioned Amazon. Look at this. Of course, they have a big gap down. I'm not surprised, but like you see, this blue line is turning downward from when? Actually, from July, middle of July, downward. Okay, so it's quite frustrating for this line, the blue line here, right? It's quite frustrating. You know why? You know why? I tell you why. The CEO is selling the stock. I mentioned from last year, I think, the CEO is selling the stock. You may check the record. Also, the RSI is going downward, the price going upward. So this is the signal, alarm to tell you, hey, if you have stock, you need to be careful. If you want to buy this stock, you need to double think before you buy. Okay, so I prefer you buy my indicator or buy my course before you buy the stock, because I don't, the my indicator, right? You can make money. But if you buy a stock which make you lose money, you will lose until when? If you don't have a strategy, and then what? It's like, it's not a casino, it's not gambling. Okay. So the next one I want to look is Google. Last time I mentioned Google also. So now we look at Google. Google is also downward trend for the blue, right? Is it correct? So it's very easy. If you have my indicator, you buy around 140 and you selling around 188. Okay, and now you shouldn't hold anything right now. So now we look at our favorite stock, Tesla. Tesla, basically, I give you the target price around 260. Many times I tell you, good to reduce right now. And if you look at Tesla, basically you have a, what is that? Gap here, gap here. This is a trend reversal. Okay, so basically from uptrend to downtrend, but it's still good, because if you hold Tesla, I would say if you're a long-term investor, this is not the end of the bull one. They will still come up higher in the future. Okay, because we have signal that the institution buy in. You can see the red go up, although they reducing lately, but still they still have a lot of red chips here. So basically, we haven't bought back since 260, basically. Okay, we haven't bought back since 260, basically, right? Because this always under the red. I also mentioned in my video, also in my comment. By the way, thanks for your support. Your support means a lot to me. I mentioned, hey, the Tesla is not strong, although they have some like 3% up, or they have some 5% up. So what? As long as they still under this and the red is going downward, I'm not going to buy. Okay? And look at the YM cheapest. Look at this. They are going downward. They're going downward. I don't care the 5%. They never go above this purple line. I don't care. Okay? So this is a very clear to tell you, avoid the mistake. avoid the mistake, avoid the trap, okay? So now they're trying to shake people out. They're trying to shake people out. Okay, so what next? Okay, NVIDIA. We buy with signal, by the way. We don't buy, oh, because today up 5%. But if the fund is not above our requirement, the fund line is not above the purple and the purple still going downward, we are not going to buy anything, okay? We make it clear here. Although they up like, sometimes they up like 5% or whatever, people say, hey, your prediction is not correct because they up 5%. I don't care. I still tell my member, there's no signal from the chart. I just tell you honestly what's the chart telling you. Okay, so now we look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is an interesting stock. I mentioned, although I know the value is, many people love this stock because AI, but I'm not an expert for chips, by the way, but I can tell you what the chart telling you, okay? Basically, if you don't know any indicator, if you don't subscribe, at least you can tell this is the double peak. Okay, it's like an M shape. It's like a McDonald's shape, M shape. This is a double peak. Basically, they form the resistance. And with my indicator, easier. Upward trend, boom, downward trend. You can see here. You can avoid the whole period here. Okay? Do you buy back right now? You tell me, do you buy back right now? Do we have any signal? Blue line turning downward. Okay, how about we bounce? Is it above the red line? No. Okay, how about the fund movement? Hello, the fund is not catching up. The fund is not above this purple line. YM big buy? Okay, red candle and is weak market because it's under zero. Okay, so yeah, so although they have a support here, they are staying above the gap, but still, I mean, we trade with signal. Okay, we are not trading. Okay, by the way, some people say the gap. Oh, the gap is a support. We buy. Okay, we buy. But do you want to go sideways, shaking, shaking, shaking? Or do you want to buy and go up? Which one will you prefer? Okay, if you want to choose the way when you buy, they go up, you need to have YM chippers and the trend. Okay, because when the institution come in, when the big fund or even YM big buy is strong, then they have a way to go up to pull the price up. You think the price is easier to go up? You think it's that easy? No, no. Okay, look at the volume. How many millions? The volume. Okay, you think the individual can pull up the price? No, you need some big money to come in. Big money come in. Okay, so basically right now, do we have any signal for NVIDIA? Not yet. Not yet. It's under the red going down, blue going down. The trend is going down, and this is weak. This is weak. Okay, they're not trying to. They first they need to win over the trend. They need to go above the red line. This is the minimum. Number one. Number two, look at the fund. You can look at YM big buy. Okay, minimum green candle first. Better to go above zero. Okay, my prefer is YM cheapest because I'm more long-term investor. So I will look at this track line. Minimum they need to go above, and then the breast, the purple going upward. Okay, the best is the blue turning upward, and this one also turning upward, and they go above the purple. This is the perfect signal. Okay, so oh, matter. Matter. Okay. Blue going downward. Blue going downward. Although this day is tricky. This day they have a gap up. But very interesting, this stock. This stock, look at the YM chippers. YM chippers, they go upward. They go upward. Number one, we go above this purple. We go above this purple. Okay, now we are in between. Okay, the monthly chart tell you. Let's look at the monthly chart. The monthly chart, we are under this red line. RSI is very high. We have divergence RSI. Okay, this is monthly chart. Daily chart telling you something. Daily chart is faster though. Effect is smaller. Maybe it's shorter period, but it's faster. Okay, look at this. Blue still go downward. We have a nice V bounce, right? They basically jump up the price by 4.8%. Okay, so now what is going on? We have so many gaps going on. It's so interesting. Okay, now look at this. One gap, one gap. Suppose this from upward trend to become a downward trend. But within three days, they come up again. What does it mean? What does it mean? It's strong. It's not too bad. But they come back up, come back down. So we have another Allen's reversal. Okay? One gap, one gap. Okay? So let's see how it goes. Will they do up, down, up, down, up, down? We don't know yet because the blue is still going downward, although the red is going upward. It could be like this, like this, like this, like this, okay? But the fund movement is not too bad. You can see price go down, but the YM big buy, you can see they have a divergence here. This go up, this go down. So it's a divergence, and this is above zero, number one. Number two, the YM cheapest from downward, basically they're changing slightly to upward. And now we go above this purple. So for Meta, it's not too bad, I would say. Basically, we better to stay above this blue line, because when the trend reversal, the basic is they go above the blue line first, and then they go up, okay? So let me see another one.